Hi my gardening angels, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I am Jess and I'm going to be giving you guys another apartment slash patio tour of my plants, because I feel like a lot has changed since the last one, even though it's only been about 3 weeks. I wanted to give you an update on the raised planter garden because it's doing amazing, and I thought that this would be a fun way to start off next month, being August. So let's jump into it and I'll give you a quick update on the plants. All right, so we're gonna start here in my super messy office space. This here is the heart fern. It and I have been through a love-hate relationship. I found these really pretty glazed, or half, I don't know, 3/4 glazed pots. They do not have a drainage hole. I put some normal potting soil in here and he seems to be happy. This is a new leaf, so I think him and I are going to be off to a good start. As you can see, I let him dry out at one point, and so he kind of cracked, and then I think I overwatered him. So we've just had our struggles, but I don't think a lot has changed other than I put him in a new pot and I have 2 others just like it because Hobby Lobby's spring sale was happening, so it had a lot of fun little pots, and I just love this guy. Like, this is a perfect little heart. Alright, so here is another plant. So there's the heart fern. Here is a bird nest fern. It's doing pretty good. I wouldn't say there's a ton of new growth in it. I just kind of transferred it to a new pot, but it seems to be doing good here. Now on the wall we have the ogre ear. So this is a crassula golem. It's doing pretty good. It likes this spot here. I don't give it much water. It just kind of sits here. This is a really excellent low light succulent. It doesn't tend to stretch on me. The only light that it gets is a north facing window. So not a lot of light for this guy, but he seems to be liking it. This here is my really pretty ZZ plant. This pot also does not have any drainage. I love this plant. I kind of neglect it. It could probably have more growth, but these lime green shoots coming out are all new in comparison to something like this or this one that's a little bit older. So I think he's doing all right in here. Here's a really new baby. So this peperomia is not loving his life right now. He's kind of struggling. Don't quite know what's wrong there, but ooh. Someone just got home. Say hi. Hi, Quinamine. Oh, thanks. Your bandana's crooked. Alright, so this here is our west facing window. This is the aluminum plant. I don't feel like it has a ton of new growth. There is a new shoot down here, a little tiny baby shoot, but otherwise some of these leaves got a little burnt at the bottom. I just rotate him every now and then, but otherwise he has grown a ton since I got him. This is the fiddle leaf fig behind him that I have. These 2 leaves are brand new. They just shot up within this last week. I don't know if you can see that though, but they have these brown red spots on them, which I was told is due to overwatering. I rarely water him though, and I cut back on it a lot. This one also had it. Yeah, but none of the rest do, so it's just this new growth. Don't quite know, but it's also not dead, so I'm doing good there. So this is our patio, so I'm sorry if the audio got a little bit worse. This is a Ciencio. It's huge. It's really liking the patio. This Haworthia, you can see, has a little bit of a sunburn. That's what those white spots are. It is not loving the patio. I think it's more of a low light. Kona. Hi. Hi, Bean. Ah, you're crazy with that stick. All right, so this is the patio garden. Welcome. Our cherry tomato has quite a few tomatoes on it, but they're not turning red at all. There's some over here. If I can get it to, there we go. A whole bunch there. There's a few more growing right here, but they're not turning red. I don't know if they don't get enough sun or what. It did snap in half, so it's kind of like leaning on our raised garden bed. This is the lettuce. It's kind of stretched out. It's gotten pretty hot now. The flowers are doing great. They're really liking this spot. So this is our raised garden bed. I will include links down below if you want to see how it looked before. A lot has changed though over the summer because we got hail and we got a whole bunch of stuff. So here is our oregano plant. I have harvested from it twice now and made a bunch of dried oregano. Here's a bunch of basil. I have harvested this a bunch because we eat a ton of pizza and I like to put a bunch of basil on it. Here's some other little straggler basils. Here is cilantro. I did let it go to flower just to try to get some more pollinators in here. Cilantro is not really good after you let it flower, but we don't really eat cilantro anyways. Back here in this corner and a little bit back there is kale. I have a bunch of kale. I don't love kale, but I do like kale chips, so I will make some of those. Back here is a Roma tomato, I believe. There's a few flowers on it right now. We have another one over here that I don't see any flowers on quite yet, but I think it had flowers. There's some down there. Anyways, and then my most exciting part are these jalapenos. So this is a jalapeno plant right here, and we actually have 3. I think this guy's not gonna make it, but this one I think will be fine. But look at this guy. So he's almost ready. And then I have a whole bunch more. There's a little flower here, and then this top part has a little guy, and there's just kind of a bunch of flowers that have been pollinated that are just kind of in the waiting mode. Here's 2. Oh, I don't know if you're gonna be able to see these in the light, but there's 2 little jalapenos, so they're growing. This one is also loaded, but no big jalapenos yet, just a bunch of really small ones. So, you know, we're getting there. This one's about as big as it gets on this plant. And then this one's also loaded with just a bunch of flowers and baby jalapenos. So that one's doing really well. I'm really excited to start harvesting some of this. All right, so this is back in my bathroom. Hello. This I used to have on a shelf in here for humidity. This is just some bamboo. It seems to like it in here, so I kind of left it be in here. And then we have this little palm guy here, and he kind of likes the humidity too. Everybody else I moved out though. And here is where almost all of my plants reside. Over here we have an aloe. Not much has changed for this guy. He kind of grows slowly. I just have 2 different little sets. Here are all my little leaves that I'm trying to propagate. Here's my succulent propagation tray. All of these guys are looking really good. I just removed this Lillicina baby. Here's this little Lillicina baby that I just removed. But otherwise, these are all looking really good. I'm really excited. Alright, so this here is the little copper planter. Really cute, doing really well. All of them have grown in. I just like to keep them under the grow lights because I think they look better. But that one's doing really good. Up here we have this Allegra is doing really good. This was a cutting There's 2 little babies. Here are some Lolas that are growing from cuttings, which are really great. Otherwise, here's some other little babies that are growing from cuttings. Otherwise, not a whole lot's going on there. Alright, so like I said, really short video. I just wanted to give you a quick tour so that you guys stay updated on how everything's looking during the year. If you guys have any questions, please leave them down below, and thanks for joining. Bye.